It's getting hot in here. So hot. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot.
Hey guys, Michael here from Fat to Fit. So as you probably figured out from the intro, sorry, I've got the hiccups and I've been trying to get them to go away, but forgive me if I hiccup throughout the video. But as you've probably seen from the introduction of the video today, I am doing another what it is like being fat. But today's video is going to be what it is like being fat in the summer. So when it's hot, when it's nice and humid, carrying around all that weight, what is that like? Summer is one of the worst times to be overweight or obese. Winter's okay. You've got a lot of extra fat, so it helps to keep you warm. I used to barely feel the cold in winter, but summer, once that heat hit here in normally late November, December, we're in Australia, so that's when our summer is. When the heat hit, then it would just be torture all summer. There were a few particular experiences that come to mind. In year 10, so I would have been 16 years old, we had PE class and it was a really hot day, and someone decided it would be a good idea to go on a 1.5 hour hike in the heat. And I remember coming back from that, I almost passed out. I had to get sent home early because I had blisters the size of tennis balls, pretty much half my fist on the bottom of my feet. I had heat stroke, heat exhaustion, all of that, just from carrying around that extra weight. Even though it was hot, nobody else in the class had that to deal with, but because I was carrying a lot of weight even at 16 years old, it definitely hit me that day. Just in general, ever since I was a little kid up through high school, I would get lots of sweating in summer, of course, from the weight, lots of headaches and migraines from the heat as well. Just the heat really affected me, and then on top of that, the weight as well. Everything just felt heavier, everything felt more difficult to do, which is generally what happens in the heat anyway. But can you imagine carrying around an extra 30 to 50 kilos on top of that and trying to get through all that? The worst thing I used to hate was the sweating, because I would just stink from all the sweating. I'd get made fun of, I'd hear, what's that smell? All those kinds of things that kids and teenagers normally do, which really did hurt my feelings a lot. But I just kind of tried to ignore it and shrug it off, because there really was nothing I could do. I took showers and stuff like that, I used deodorant, but just no matter what I did, the sweat and the smell would just come through. And the way it makes you physically look as well, when you're overweight or obese and you're suffering in the heat, your face goes bright red, you're out of breath throughout the whole day, you're constantly like this. And often, most of the time, it was every time I was doing that, somebody would take notice of it, and you'd easily hear it if I was standing next to you, or even if you were standing a few meters away from me. It would sound like I had just run a marathon, or I had just run it up and down stairs, or something like that. And it was embarrassing. It was a sign. It just made you look out of place. It's just like, why are you doing that? And it's just, you got made fun of for it. You got picked on for it. Not a lot, because like I was saying in another video, bullying culture really isn't big here in Australia, but you notice it. I definitely noticed it. And just, summer was one of the worst times. Luckily, most of summer is the holidays, but the first few weeks of summer, first month, it is at school, and so that was a tougher time. At home it was fine, because we always had the air conditioners blasting full blast, so it was always nice and cool at home, didn't really suffer much. But when you had to go out, so especially here in Australia, where you get those 40+ degrees Celsius days, that's I think over 100 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that, very humid, very hot. that's what we had to deal with here in Australia growing up. Anyway, I don't want to make this video too long. My camera is about to die. So thank you for checking it out. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you've had any bad any experiences at all with the heat. And subscribe to the channel. See you later, guys.